Attending to core physical and cognitive needs can and will always reap benefits to visual function, cognition, sleep, attention, and mood. Strong visual skills need a solid foundation for development. We can look at vision as a chair with 3 legs. If these legs are strong and balanced, the chair will support a lot of use. Remember, vision is not simply a matter of clarity of what is seen, but is complex, a symphony of neuromuscular impulses to control direction, alignment, and focus, also known as accommodation. These skills are partly inborn, but mostly they're learned. The chair of vision comprises 3 basic elements then. Ocular inputs, that is to say retinal imaging and somatoreceptors in the eyes to provide information about where the eyes are pointing. Vestibular balance inputs, we need a sense of how the head is moving in order to properly direct gaze and predict target movement. Somatosensory inputs, body senses from the whole body, from your toes to your neck, to provide information regarding body position in relation to visual targets of concern. We can also add a 4th leg to the table, and that is audition. It's true that we can use sound to localize targets for visual acquisition, but sound is not ultimately required for strong visual function in most circumstances. When children struggle with behavior and learning concerns, it's important to know why, but perhaps more important to know what to do next. This does not have to always be complicated or expensive. Attending to core physical and cognitive needs can and will always reap benefits to visual function, cognition, sleep, attention, and mood. While there are hundreds of activities out there for visual development, many of which I am developing on visionmechanic.net, I always like to recommend what I call the Core 4. These are accessible, non-team, inexpensive, and effective activities to help develop the physical core, but to also strengthen the chair of vision. The Core 4 are swimming, climbing, martial arts, and yoga. Don't limit yourself to these 4, but they serve as easy examples to start with. Each activity answers basic needs for strong vision development. In related videos, I'll have a look at each activity and why I recommend them in particular. You can then use this information to explore on your own or to begin making your own activities with the same core principles. Swimming, one of my Core 4 favorite activities, has so many benefits. To vision, you say? How does swimming help vision? Let me explain. Visual targeting relies on not only clear eyesight, but also on first knowing where your body is situated in space. You also need a strong sense of balance and awareness of head movement. That is, we need to know if it is us moving or our subject signal is moving to know how to adjust our eyes' position to stay on target. Swimming helps to promote awareness of balance function and awareness of the whole body as a functioning unit. The effort to coordinate the required movements will build strength, endurance, and mental focus, regardless of skill level. At a core level, swimming will promote visual targeting skills through the reinforcement of primarily the non-visual components of visual targeting and gross motor and somatosensory awareness. As a collateral benefit, we know that vestibular stimulation can and does positively impact on mental focus, attention, and mood. Putting a child on a swing for 10 minutes before classes has a similar impact behaviorally to giving them stimulant medication. Swimming is accessible, inexpensive, and it can be done in small groups and individually. For children, the play opportunities are nearly priceless and disguised as fun times. Finally, skill level does not matter, but it is important to provide some guidance and structure to activities so that the child is moving forward in skills, not simply repeating the same preferred activities. Children who struggle in school often show signs of visual dysfunction. This can be complex, including a need for optical correction, or the refractive state that is less than optimal, or ametropia, in addition to struggles with eye movement and targeting. Obviously, if we can't see a target, that's a problem. If we can see something but can't track it, that's a whole other problem. Visual targeting relies on not only clear eyesight, but also on first knowing where your body is situated in space. You also need a strong sense of balance and awareness of head movement. That is, we need to know if it is us moving or it's our subject signal that is moving to know how to adjust our eyes' position to stay on target. Martial arts, in its many forms, and as a rule, can be a valuable tool in promoting strong visual targeting. This is because working on these skills has the collateral effect on building core visual skills, namely awareness and control of the full body and its movement in space, two of the three legs of the chair vision. Martial arts are accessible, with training widely available online and in virtually every community out there. As collateral benefits, by its nature, and as a rule, martial arts training builds confidence, self-control, attention, and discipline. Climbing is one of my favorite activities for vision development. As one of the core four set of activities, it is likewise inexpensive, fun, accessible, and appropriate for individuals or small groups. Climbing engages the full body in a bilateral manner, requiring effort and coordination in equal time, left and right, dominant, non-dominant sides of the body. Peripheral sight is also important in climbing, given the necessity to watch one's progress against gravity and avoid obstacles and plan the next move. Finally, climbing stimulates coordination of muscles with vestibular sense towards a non-cognitive goal. Climbing can be as simple and as fun as doing a crocodile walk up and down stairs or using furniture to escape lava on the floor. Indoor and outdoor netting is wonderful, as is simply climbing the stairs on a slide at a water park. Mind you, the best forms of climbing should engage all four limbs and should provide ample opportunity to move the body against gravity in different orientations. Climbing encourages bilateral coordination, full body awareness, and vestibular stimulation in one coordinated integrative activity. Like the other three core four activities, climbing helps to not only build strong visual targeting, but it will focus attention and calm moods, leading to even better sleeps. Yoga is one of my favorite activities for child vision development and for vision development period. As one of the core four set of activities, it is likewise inexpensive, fun, accessible, and appropriate for individuals or small groups. Yoga is entirely focused on controlled breathing, controlled movement. The entire body is engaged to achieve a sequence of poses, supported primarily by large muscle groups. This control requires the building of somatosensory awareness, great balance, and relies heavily on awareness of peripheral visual fields to maintain steady body posture. Building body awareness reinforces visual targeting, especially in the context of maintaining balance with a steady fixation point. Yoga, by its nature, requires paying attention to the whole body, its movement, and its balance in space during slowed movements. Working on these skills, especially with guided breathing, promotes mental focus, attention, and balanced mood. Yoga is accessible, available everywhere, including online. It can be adapted to varying ages and skill levels, and is appropriate for treatment in most mild brain injury cases. Yoga is like learning a musical instrument. Each day spent practicing shows up as greater skill, greater knowledge, greater benefits. Learn more about the other core four activities and how these can help to improve and promote strong visual skills by clicking here. Take your clinical skills to the next level with the PESI Functional Vision Rehabilitation Specialist Certification Program. You can learn more about that right here.